Morning, everyone. So, I think we've already told you we're staying at this really cool hostel, and I have some friends coming in for an epic adventure. But I wanted to take you in and show you this place because it's super cool. I absolutely love this place. But there's a big space for us to hang out. You can even see we already have our electric bikes out, stored over there. And look at that big, gorgeous courtyard. I'm going to show you that in a second. But all sorts of nice little tables and seating areas. And then they got a full kitchen in here. And so there's a sweet grill and some ovens. And here's Christian. He's the awesome guy. He's part of the best part of this whole entire place. He and his wife are the owner, and they make this just a magical place. But he's cooking some breakfast right here, so we'll leave him be. But there's always coffee in the morning. And if you come right back here, there's some fresh herbs. So there's a fresh herb garden, so you can kind of help yourself with that. There's a little sun spot right now. It's early in the morning. You guys know me. And so the sun hasn't quite made it up into the courtyard. The showers and the bathrooms are right back here. They've got hot showers with really good pressure. And then one of my favorite parts of this place is if you look up there, there's two volcanoes, and one's Fuego and one's Acatenango. And as my buddies arrive, that's what we're gonna be climbing. So we're super stoked. So I've spent many evenings, afternoons, and mornings just sitting here watching Fuego erupt. And it changes throughout the days. At night, you can see the red lava spewing out. And during the day, you can just see big plumes of smoke and ash. But it erupts about every 15 to 20 minutes, so it's definitely awesome. And you can see just a lot of nice places to sit here, relax, a beautiful garden. So we're gonna enjoy this. Actually, I think we're gonna go for a little walk today. Maybe we'll take you along with that. We just started our hike. We headed past our first ruins. I'm here with my buddy Jens. But we're headed up to this awesome viewpoint. So what do you know about Guatemala?
What I know about Guatemala? So Antigua is actually the first capital of Guatemala. But in the 1700, there was an earthquake, and the Spanish, they moved the capital, which is today is Guatemala City. There lives 17 million people. 7 of them lives in Guatemala City. Pretty amazing, freaking, beautiful country. I will be back for sure.
So we've been in Guatemala now. Jens has been here for about 4 hours, and he's already found a beer, a Danish bar, and he's watching the World Cup for, what do you call this, Jens? Handball. So anyway, we're like in this Viking bar, and skål means cheers. So,
Cheers.
Skål.
Skål.
What's going on, Jens?
Happy man, we won the World Cup again.
It's a big day. I'm sure Kurt's already told you he's got some buddies coming in. One's already here. The other one, Kurt's longest and closest friend, is gonna be pulling up any minute. Oh yeah, the video is starting. Number 9. Yes. So look who finally made it, guys. We've only been waiting a week. Now he's got to get settled, and then the stories will start, I'm sure. All of them are here. Jens from Denmark. Always working, always on the phone. That's okay.
Yeah, it's kind of cool, man.
Todd from Illinois just got here. And of course, y'all know Kurt.
With my new shoes
Yes.
Todd brought me.
Yes, Todd brought us gifts.
Yes.
We loaded his poor suitcase down, and he was a trooper. All right, so that was the most important thing right there. What are those, Kurt?
The hiking shoes.
And I guess
We are doing the double whammy.
these 3 guys, all in their 50s, they're gonna be mad about that, but are gonna climb an active volcano. They climb Acatenango, they walk over to Fuego. It is an epic trip. Don't worry, we're gonna bring you the whole thing. But we've been teasing y'all with it for 2 episodes. That's what they're doing. An overnight live volcano hike.
So we're on our first walk, and it's so cool. These guys are checking out the Church of La Merced, and Jens has just gone in. Todd, you want to come in the church? So we just did a little tour of the La Merced Church right there, and it was pretty cool to see the inside. But now we're headed down to the market. And Jens and Todd want to pick up a couple souvenirs, so we'll see how that goes. So, a lot of chicken bus just came by. We just finished up the market. Those guys had a good time. And now we're headed over here to some pretty cool ruins to show you guys. So apparently, there's obviously a nice courtyard when we walk in here, but apparently these ruins were built in, what'd you say, Todd? 1685 was when the structure was originally built.
If you go to a place like this in Italy or in Athens, you will not be allowed to walk around like this. So that's a big difference.
Yeah, that's how Tikal was too. It was so nice. You could climb on the ruins.
Fence around it, so you will not be allowed to walk in here.
Yeah.
They don't want the ruins to get more ruins.
So you think this is like where the ceiling and the roof fell in?
Yeah, this is all one big dome.
Wow. So I always love when they have all these little hidden rooms. And I think the map is going to show us what these different rooms are. Like this one's got a super short entrance. So what do you guys think this room was? There's some big windows into another dark room over here. You can see the walls are about 3 foot thick, I think. And there's another portal. And I'm going to come back out the door. So if I were to keep my head up, that thing would bang about my chin. So it's probably about a 5 foot entrance. But here's the other room. So it's totally dark in here. And it looks like there's some kind of bays in here I don't know what these would have been for, but they're definitely some kind of bays. And then as we come back through here, there's another passageway into a whole nother area that opens up, and I can see more back in there. So this compound is pretty big.
So let me drop a little fact bomb here. So Guatemala is actually situated over the convergence of 3 tectonic plates. So there's a lot of volcanic activity. That's why there's so many volcanoes, including a few active volcanoes right here in Guatemala, but also earthquakes and the likes. And so back when these ruins were built, when they were first built, this city, this area was actually the capital of Central America. And so all these big church organizations came here and built these amazing churches. But while they were building them, they had a major earthquake, which caused many of them to collapse. Now, there were efforts to rebuild them. However, more earthquakes yet destroyed them again. And it was then that the capital was moved to Guatemala City. But these little ruins are scattered out throughout the city. They're all different and unique. I think this might be one of the biggest. But it's so cool, isn't it, guys?
This place is insane. Did you go up in that bell tower? There's a little lookout in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that thing's pretty cool.
Overlook the courtyard?
Yeah. So I don't know if I told you, but Jens is from Denmark. So we just had lunch at a Danish Viking restaurant. I had a big Danish hamburger. The guys had some Swedish meatballs, some Danish meatballs, and some potato salad. And now we're headed back because we need to rest up a little bit because we got a big hike tomorrow.
Okay, we're headed down to the tour company. Today is not the big day though. This hike is so big that you have to have a pre-hike orientation before the hike. So that's where we're headed. And you'll start to learn more about what's going on over the next couple of minutes.
We need to bring tomorrow the way that we're going to pack, and I will give you like details about the trails, how many breaks we have. We're going to talk about the hard part. This is my main job. I've been guiding for almost 8 years this volcano, and yeah, in high seasons we hike this volcano 2 or 3 times a week. So almost every time I have to do fuego too. I think you guys, some of you are hiking the fuego. So usually every time I hike Acatenango, I also hike Volcán de Fuego. So we do 2 volcanoes in 2 days and 1 night.
So it's been a little while, but I have backpacked and hiked and camped in the backcountry before.
Oh, great. Yes, you have the experience.
Some experience,
Yeah.
And I'm Kurt, and we're from Florida, but I guess what was it, a year ago?
2 years ago, we sold everything we own and moved into a van. We're traveling around the world.
Oh, great. Wow.
Yeah, and so for the last year we were in Mexico, and we've been in Guatemala for about a month. And so on our journey we've been doing a lot of hikes to a lot of really amazing places.
Wow.
But nothing like this extreme or with this kind of elevation for this extended period of time. Prior to that, I have no camping experience, so for me I call them more walkabouts than hiking. But so the fitness level definitely will be a challenge for this thing, I think.
They always says that the first part is the hardest one, and the reason why it's hard is because the terrain, it's like walking on gravel on a steep side of the mountain. We have the first volcanic zone. It's called farmland. So we have the farmland, and on the farmland, a lot of people they plant corn, they plant beans. They use this side of the volcano to do plantations. It's going to change a little bit. It's not going to be the same as the beginning. So the terrain here, it's a humid area and a thick forest, and we will have shade for 1 hour and 30 minutes, 1 hour and 45 minutes. So at the checking point, this is where you guys have to sign up some form for the park, and we will spend maybe 15 minutes at this place, and that's the beginning of a different volcanic zone. We reach base camp, but we're going to take some break before we do the hike to Fuego. And 2 snacks, headlamp, gloves, and a warm jacket. That's what we need to take to Fuego. So we're gonna walk from base camp another hour and 20 minutes, another hour and 25 minutes. The limit, I mean, if you get closer, yeah, you will be under the peak of the volcano.
Yeah.
But we stay like away. We have like a 700, 600 meter.
So what'd y'all think?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it sounds scary and hard altogether, and I'm not saying it's not going to be hard, but I think it sounds like you get enough breaks and you do it in little pieces enough. If you hydrate, you'll be all right. So I don't know, what do you think? Is that what you've done?
Yeah, I like how there's different zones. So you have like the farm zone for like an hour and a half, then you take a break and you get into another zone. So that should make it pretty cool, I think. Like it breaks it up.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be intense, like crazy intense.
Yeah, they're a little bit crazy, guys. Todd, what are you doing
Buying water for tomorrow.
for tomorrow? Your 2
4
liters?
liters.
There you go.
4-liter agua.
Why are you getting that size?
Because they told us to. So I put one in each side pack so I don't get in trouble. My credit card?
We'll need everybody tomorrow at 7 a.m. please.
If you liked this video, be sure to give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so you know when we put out new videos. To see behind the scenes action and help support our journey, head over to our YouTube membership page. You can find the link in the video description. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys in a few days.